Meteorological, Climatology, and Geophysics Agency predicted extreme weather will occur from March 11th to March 20th in some regions in Indonesia, including in Jakarta. And the condition could trigger heavy rains and lightning. Jakarta administration also issued an early warning regarding the potential for flooding during the period. To get more information about the situation and potential impact, World Today is connected now with senior weather forecaster, the Meteorological, Climatology, and Geophysics Agency, Hasmomorini Sulistami. Hello, good afternoon, Ms. Hasmomorini.
Hello, good afternoon, Miss.
Thank you so much for joining us on World Today.
Yes, thank you.
Let's start with the first question. Could you tell us more about the areas in Indonesia that are expected to experience heavy rain and thunderstorms between March 11th and 20th?
Yeah, in general, the weather in Indonesia is expected to be dominated by cloudy skies to light rain. However, there is a potential for increased rainfall with moderate to very heavy rain intensity, which may be accompanied by lightning and strong wind, expected to occur in the following areas. Period March 11 until 13, 2025, moderate to heavy rain predicted at West Sumatra, Riau Island, Jambi, South Sumatra, Bengkulu, Lampung, Banten, Yogyakarta, Bali, West Nusa Tenggara, Central Kalimantan, East Kalimantan, North Kalimantan, North Sulawesi, Gorontalo, Central Sulawesi, West Sulawesi, South Sulawesi, Southeast Sulawesi, North Maluku, Maluku, Southwest Papua, West Papua, Central Papua, Highland Papua, Papua, and South Papua. And then, heavy to very heavy rain predicted at Aceh, North Sumatra, Bangka Belitung Island, Jakarta, West Java, Central Java, East Java, East Nusa Tenggara, West Kalimantan, and South Kalimantan. For period March 14 to 17, 2025, moderate to heavy rain predicted at Aceh, North Sumatra, West Sumatra, Riau, Jambi, South Sumatra, Bangka Belitung Island, Bengkulu, Banten, Jakarta, Central Java, Yogyakarta, Bali, West Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, Central Kalimantan, East Kalimantan, North Kalimantan, North Sulawesi, Gorontalo, Central Sulawesi, West Sulawesi, Southeast Sulawesi, North Maluku, Maluku, and West Papua, and then heavy to very heavy rain predicted at West Java, East Java, West Kalimantan, South Sulawesi, Central Papua, Highland Papua, Papua, and South Papua, and last for period March 18 to 20, 2025, moderate to heavy rain predicted at Aceh, North Sumatra, West Sumatra, Riau, Jambi, South Sumatra, Bangka Belitung Island, Banten, West Java, Central Java, Yogyakarta, East Java, West Kalimantan, Central Kalimantan, East Kalimantan, North Kalimantan, South Kalimantan, North Sulawesi, Gorontalo, Central Sulawesi, West Sulawesi, Southeast Sulawesi, North Maluku, Southwest Papua, Central Papua, Highland Papua, Papua, and South Papua. And last for heavy to very heavy rain predicted at Riau Island, Bali, West Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, and South Sulawesi.
All right, Ms. Hasmomorini, can you tell us more about the possible impacts of this extreme weather during this period on March 11th to 20th?
Yeah, during the forecasted period of March 11 to 20, 2025, Indonesia is expected to experience extreme weather conditions, including heavy to very heavy rainfall, which may lead to significant impacts on infrastructure, the environment, and public space safety. One of the major risks is flooding, particularly in low-lying and urban areas where poor drainage could worsen the situation. Flash floods are also possible in hilly and mountainous regions, threatening residential area or infrastructure. The heavy rainfall increases the likelihood and landslide, which could block roads, damage homes, and disrupt essential services. Coastal area may face high wave and storm surge due to strong wind, which could damage port, fishing community, and coastal infrastructure. Thunderstorms with lightning and strong winds could cause power outages and infrastructure damage, while localized tornadoes may increase the risk of structure damage and falling debris.
All right, now what are the anticipatory steps that can be taken by the community and also by provincial governments to reduce the disaster risk related to this extreme weather condition?
Yeah, to reduce the risk of extreme weather, communities and local governments can enhance early warning system to ensure timely alerts and quick responses. Developing local adaptation plans and improving the drainage system can help prevent flooding and minimize damage. Promoting disaster preparedness, through education, and regular drills strengthens community response. Building codes should be adapted to withstand extreme weather, and protecting natural buffers like mangrove and wetlands can reduce storm impacts. Participating in global initiatives like the Making Cities Resilient campaign can also provide valuable resources and guide to improve disaster resilience.
Now, earlier you mentioned about the areas in Indonesia that will be impacted with this extreme weather condition, but could you tell us again in summary, will there be a difference in rain intensity between the western and eastern Indonesia during this specific period?
Yeah, the difference in rainfall intensity between western and eastern Indonesia in 2025 is influenced by the difference in peak rainy season in both regions. Based on climatological analysis, in western Indonesia, the peak of the rainy season occurs from December to February due to the influence of the Asian monsoon, which bring most air masses from the Indian Ocean to region of Sumatra, Java, and Kalimantan, resulting in higher rainfall. In contrast, in eastern Indonesia, the peak of the rainy season occurs from June to December due to the influence of the Australian monsoon, which bring moisture from the Banda Sea and Arafura Sea to the region of Maluku and Papua. As the result of this difference, western Indonesia tends to experience more intense rainfall at the beginning of the year, while eastern Indonesia is wetter than middle to the end of the year.
All right, now I want to pinpoint specifically for Jakartans. What are the weather forecasts for Jakarta area between March 11th to 20th? And what would be your recommendations for Jakarta residents to brace for this extreme weather condition?
Yeah, for the Jakarta region, the weather is forecasted to be partly cloudy to light rain. However, there is potential to moderate to heavy rain from March 11 to 14 and again on March 19 to 20, 2025. Recommendation for Jakarta residents, which is monitor weather updates regularly, stay informed through official weather reports from BMKG to anticipate sudden change in weather condition. Prepare for possible flooding, ensure that drainage system around your home are clear, and move valuable items to higher ground to avoid water damage. Avoid traveling during heavy rain. Poor visibility and slippery roads can increase the risk of accident. If travel is necessary, exercise caution. Be alert for power outages. Have emergency supply ready, including flashlights, batteries, and backup storage. Stay away from flood-prone area. Avoid rivers, drainage channel, and low-lying areas that are at risk of flooding during heavy rain.
All right, Ms. Hasmororini, you might have mentioned this, but just in case our viewers missed it and so we can better understand about the situation, could you tell us what caused the extreme weather in Indonesia during this particular period?
Currently, BMKG is monitoring the potential for significant weather condition caused by influence of regional factor, the active Kelvin wave, and local factor, atmospheric instability, wind slowdown, and wind deflection. These factors are expected to persist throughout this week, leading to significant rainfall in certain areas. In addition, BMKG is also monitoring the movement of the Madden-Julian Oscillation, or MJO, which is currently in phase 2 in Western Indian Ocean, significantly influencing atmospheric dynamic in western coastal areas of Sumatra. By the end of this week, the MJO is expected to propagate into phase 3 in Eastern Indian Ocean. The combination of this factor is expected to trigger high rainfall potential in western Sumatra and western Java, which could lead to hydrometeorological disasters such as flooding, flash flood, and landslide.
All right. Now, what has been done by BMKG to ensure that the information that is needed by the public is being spread, and also information about early warnings related to extreme weather? How is it being informed to the public by BMKG?
Yeah, BMKG Weather Early Warning serves as a warning for all parties to anticipate and prevent disaster. First, the weather early warning issued by BMKG include weekly weather early warnings, 3-day weather early warning, and early warning within a 1 to 3 hour period. These early warnings are intended to anticipate and prevent disaster that may result from extreme weather. And then BMKG continuously monitors weather development in real time and provides early warning information to the public and relevant authorities 24 hours a day using various technology such as radar imagery, satellite, and weather measuring instruments. With this early warning information, BMKG cooperates with disaster-related agencies such as BNPB, BPBD, PUPR, and local governments to reduce the risk of disasters caused by extreme weather that may occur throughout Indonesia. BMKG also coordinates with local government and other relevant agencies to mitigate the impact of extreme weather so that preventive measures can be taken to protect the public and minimize potential losses caused by disaster.
All right. For public safety, let me make sure again once with you. What will be the things that should be avoided by the public during this extreme weather condition, Ms. Hasmororini?
Yeah, during extreme weather, the public should avoid certain action to minimize risk and ensure safety. First, avoid traveling unless necessary. Poor visibility, slippery roads, and strong winds can increase the risk of accidents. And then second, stay away from flooded area. Floodwaters may conceal hazards like debris, open drains, and electric currents. Third, do not seek shelter under trees or unstable structure. Strong wind and lightning can cause trees and structures to collapse. Fourth, avoid using electrical appliances during a thunderstorm. Lightning strike can cause power surge, leading to electric shock or fire. Fifth, follow official evacuation orders. If authorities issue an evacuate notice, follow it immediately to avoid dangerous condition.
All right, now my question will bring us to a more broader topic in Indonesia. How will extreme weather affect the agricultural sector and also the infrastructure facilities in Indonesia?
Yeah, extreme weather can severely impact the agricultural sector in Indonesia. Heavy rainfall and flooding can damage crops like rice, corn, and vegetable by causing weather clogging and soil erosion, which reduce soil fertility and crop yields. Strong wind and storm may damage plantations such as palm oil, rubber, and cocoa, affecting key export commodities. Prolonged wet condition can also increase the spread of plants, disease, and pests, while droughts that follow intense rainfall can further disrupt planting cycles and reduce food supply, leading to higher market price. In the infrastructure sector, extreme weather can damage roads, bridges, and railways, disrupting transportation and logistics. Landslide caused by heavy rain can block highways and railway lines, cutting off access to communities. Coastal flooding and high waves can damage port and fishing infrastructure, while Strong winds and lightning strikes may disrupt power grids and communication network, causing outages and service failures. Urban areas with poor drainage system are especially vulnerable to flooding, which can overwhelm sewage and weather system, increase the risk of waterborne disease. Strengthening infrastructure and improving disaster management system are essential to reduce this risk.
All right. I have one last question for you, Ms. Hasmororini. Since we are in the middle of the month of Ramadan and the upcoming homecoming season, there might be a chance that a lot of people are planning to travel soon. So any recommendations for BMKG for people who plan to travel during this period between March 11th to 20th, 2025?
Yeah, BMKG recommends several anticipatory and safety measures for travelers during extreme weather, including first, monitor weather information regularly. Always stay updated with the latest weather information from BMKG at info BMKG to prepare for emergency action in response to extreme weather, such as unheavy rain, strong winds, and flooding. Second, prepare an emergency plans and supplies. Prepare a go bag containing essential items and ensure that family members are aware of evacuation route and assembly points for disaster preparedness. Third, be alert to flood and landslide risks. In flood-prone areas, make sure drainage channel are clear and more valuable items to higher grounds. In hillside and highland areas, be aware of signs of landslide such as ground cracks or leaning trees.
All right, Ms. Hasmororini Sulistami, Senior Weather Forecaster from the Meteorological, Climatology and Geophysics Agency. Thank you so much for sharing with us your time and valuable insights. And thank you for the public service done by BMKG. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.